afternoon, everyone. Today, I would like to share with you how sovereignty is becoming critical in the new age of generative AI, where Atos and Alibaba Quinn working together in enabling a sovereign GenAI solution with a defined business outcomes. So in the next 10 minutes, what I would like to cover is what is sovereignty? Why is it so important now? What are the challenges which enterprises are facing? The use cases, the Atos Polaris platform, and the success we had with this platform. So what we see in the organization, as the enterprises scale their Gen AI initiatives, what is happening is sovereignty is at the center. On one side, workloads are increasing, data is becoming sensitive, and regulations are tightening. Without sovereignty, enterprise risk their most important asset, that is information. Hence, a robust sovereign AI solution is something which enterprise need because on those platforms, which is trusted, secure, they can run the GenAI workloads. So what is stopping enterprises from adopting sovereignty? There are three key hurdles. Number one is trust. Trust means data sovereignty, compliance to strict laws. Number two is control. I should be able to decide where I would like to run my workloads. And number three is performance. Performance means able to customize the solution and cost control. And guess what? All these three hurdles are no compromise when it comes to the enterprise GenAI adoption. So at Atos, what we have developed is Polaris AI platform. And this platform exactly tackles those challenges which I mentioned. It provides enterprises with a secure, trusted, GenAI agentic ready solution so that enterprise can deploy the use case and really unlock the benefits of generative AI. So let's do a deep dive in terms of what this platform offers. There are three key use cases which it does. Number one is Polaris for software development. It's like a trusted AI assistant for your enterprise. Because now you have a platform which you trust. So your intellectual property, you can securely upload onto this platform and become a trusted advisor for your software development team. Number two use case is Polaris for agentic RAG or knowledge management. Now currently, these large language models kind of provide you the response based on the internet data, right? But then you need to ground that data based on the knowledge base which you have. And that's precisely Polaris for agentic RAG does. What it does is it uses your source documents and uses a technology called RAG to get a response. The third case is the software stack or industry solutions. And that's where we are working very closely with Alibaba to see how some of those solutions we can port on this platform. So in a nutshell, we provide an end-to-end stack which includes the horizontal services for deploying your agents like MLOps, VLLM ops. Eventually what they do is ensure that your model doesn't drift, okay? And underneath is something what we heard yesterday, right? The model factory of Alibaba. That is what it uses. So it basically allows the enterprises to select the exact model which they are looking at in terms of reasoning, multi-language, and stuff like that. So with that, what I would like to say is it provides an end-to-end stuff, okay? But if I ask, what does this mean for enterprises? Four things. Number one, it enables frictionless operations. Number two, decision support, okay? Most importantly, What it does is, because your data or your knowledge is grounded, it means that I am able to personalize my customer experience. So from a platform perspective, it provides a lot of the option. But one of the key things which I would like to highlight here is responsible AI. It follows all the responsible AI practices, which means compliance to ISO 42000 laws as well. So having talked about the platform, in Atos, what we do is we have a methodology when it comes to any agent or any GenAI initiatives, where we kind of connects the 6 dots or the 6 drivers, which are, number one, not all enterprises has infinite budget, right? They have to select which use case make sense for them. And that's where what we do is we have this value stream methodology where we select which use case makes sense. That is number one. Number two is talent. Your employees really need to know what kind of technology they should be familiar with. Third is around data, because if it is junk in, you get junk out. So that data becomes very important. Fourth is governance. Fifth, with technology, with Alibaba, with Apsara stack, we are able to deploy this end-to-end. And last not the least is the whole business model transformation. And that's where GenAI really helps in that case. So what I would like to do in the next couple of minutes is, I talked about this platform. I talked about this methodology. I want to talk about 3 successful stories which we have, where we had deployed this platform. So number one, this customer is based in China. And what challenge they had, it's a manufacturing giant. They wanted to have conversational interface on the engineering drawings. You can imagine for manufacturing, engineering drawings or 3D drawings are key for them. And they said, we want to deploy this on my data center. And that's what we did. We basically took that sovereign platform, which I kind of shared, and we deployed it on their data center. And guess what? They saved around 2,000 hours. That was a big saving for them. The second case, which I want to talk about, is this is one of the French big retailer. They already tried GenAI, and they said it's very disruptive. How about giving that power to the employees? And that's where we, on this sovereign platform, we deployed a low-code-based application. And with that, their employees were able to kind of develop application or the GenAI stuff at a space of 50 to 60% rather than doing a bespoke kind of development, okay? The third case is where I'm coming from. This is for one of the government department in Australia, and what we did for them was we kind of created this agentic-based software development. So as soon as a user story is uploaded, we have agents which create test plans, which create test cases. And eventually, when a new release is released, or new software is done, these agents would go and do all the testing. And in case if there are bugs, it could fix that as well. So, I mean, it was a great productive winner when it comes to from an agentic AI perspective. So, if I have to say that from a sovereignty perspective, what opportunities it provides? Because you have a platform which is secure, which you trust. So from a regulation perspective, you're compliant. Moreover, it really unlocks the innovation because you can develop a lot of use cases on this. Third aspect is the data sovereignty, because you know your data is kind of safe, which really helps you to create a tailored solution. And last not the least, cost optimization, because you know how much you're going to pay for it. Of course, in 10 minutes, I had to talk a lot, but what I would suggest is we have really developed a lot of insights in terms of how we did it, and this is where we published a white paper, so you can download this white paper and got to know how we actually help this customer. So if I have to conclude, sorry, this is my last slide. So one thing which I wanted to say is, in addition to what we are doing from the sovereign AI platform perspective, this is another offering which we worked along with Alibaba. This shows our commitment, our partnership with Alibaba, where In this case, we deployed Veeam on Alibaba Cloud, and we worked with Veeam, and eventually you could have cyber resiliency as a service. So if I have to conclude, from an Atos perspective, our value proposition, I mean, I just talked about the sovereign AI platform, for instance. So, but eventually, with more than 20 plus years working with multiple industries, we have a very strong competency. And with this sovereign platform, with our framework, we are able to kind of create an AI factory of future. We're basically using an agentic interface, we are able to develop an end-to-end solution. That's all for today. Thank you very much.